down in pain. That's Daniel Schlane. He's slowly getting back up. Looks like he's okay, fortunately. Pelletier to Oliver. Wrister. He scores! Dashiell Oliver puts Lincoln back in the lead.
What a shot.
With 8:13 to go in the second period. The quick strike ability of Dashiell Oliver comes through again. And the Stars are back in front.
And a mistake right now. Lincoln's only got 4 players on the ice. Lane Loomer went off, and no one replaced him. Now Nick Young hops into the play and jumps out. Picard in front of the net, finds Young, and he scores! Nick Young right off of the bench, and he scores to give Lincoln the 2-goal lead once again. Boy, there were about 4 or 5 seconds there. The Stars only had 4 skaters on the ice. Young alertly jumps into the play, and he scores shortly afterward. What a chaotic sequence. But the Stars regain the 2-goal lead. Weber begins the zone entry with a pass to Anderson far side. DeJulian with a shot. He scores! Gio DeJulian gets us started on Saturday night with a first period goal, his second in as many days, and it's Lincoln striking first with 14:43 to go in the first period. As Malte brings it over to the near side. Lassard to the bench, long shift for him. Harrington replaces him. Malte gaining the line, dishes to Schlane, settles, fires, and he scores! Daniel Schlane, the overtime winner, and the Stars sweep the weekend against Fargo. Tanner Hendricks up toward Dashiell Oliver. Here he comes. He's got 1 goal tonight. Oliver, left circle, wrister, he scores! Lincoln wins the Anderson Cup. They will have home ice advantage for the entire Clark Cup playoffs. Dashiell Oliver, the overtime hero. 4-3 Stars in overtime with 2:35 to go in the frame. For the first time since 2003, the Stars win the Anderson Cup, and there will be a celebration next Friday night at the Icebox. Lincoln wins in OT, 4-3 tonight in Madison, and it sweeps the weekend for its 3rd straight victory.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Well, the Lincoln Stars lead the USHL with 266 goals. But they're looking to get the game's first tally still here in this one. No score as we begin the second period. It's being presented by Juice Stop here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network. Coming to you live tonight on Flow Hockey and 93.7 The Ticket. Happy to have you along with us for this one. Stars and the Storm unable to strike in the opening frame. Lincoln had 11 shots. Tri-City had 9. And now the 2 teams head back out here for period number 2. Stars will go right to left in the second stanza and look to break this scoreless tie. Top line opens things up. The veteran line of Malte, Picard, and Oliver onto the ice. Tri-City controls the draw, and we're back underway. Leyland up toward the Lincoln blue line. Poke checked away by Oliver. Slung around the boards, back toward the near corner side. Nizameyev looking for the puck. Poked away from him, comes up toward Rombach. Rombach, far corner side, just past the stick of Weber. He's able to control it, now skies north. Toward the right wing wall, Malte reaching out, backhands it beneath the backside of the cage. Tipped around by Oliver near corner. Oliver had that multi-goal game last Saturday. He's tied with Jack Picard for the 11th or 12th most Stars goals in franchise history. 2 teammates, they've been together each of the last 3 seasons. Oliver in his 4th season with the Stars. Here is Picard, leading the Stars in goals this season with 26. Gives it over to Malte. Toe drag, could not get the shot through. Picard behind the net. Tipped away from him by Leyland off the near wall. Nizameyev settles, flings this just underneath the scoreboard at center ice. Gloved down by Caden Harrington. Harrington trying to get over the blue line. Leyland tried to stand him up. Instead, Harrington sent Leyland down to the ice. Now Nate Pedersen takes over, tries to dangle. He spins out, tangled up with Colby Volk. Volk gives him a few whacks. Pedersen shakes him off. Now Pilgrim defends as the puck comes to Loomer. Near corner side, Loomer separating himself from Leyland. Base of the circle, tries a shot. Save made. And the rebound ricochets up into the mesh. Out of play behind the Tri-City net. Packed house here tonight at the Icebox. 3rd sellout of the season for the Stars. Previous 2 ones came in February. A couple of games against the Omaha Lancers. A lot of people excited about this team here tonight, taking on the Tri-City Storm for the final game of the regular season, at home at least. They will wrap up the regular season tomorrow night at the Viero Center, and that will be the second time in the last 3 years the regular season is wrapped up on the road. Face-off won by Lincoln. Pelletier jumps ahead to the base of the circle, tries a shot. Stick partially lifted as he was trying to let it loose, and the puck rolled over toward Dybel, who covers up. 18:26 to go here in the frame. Comes just past Ward to the side of the Tri-City net. Dybel tried to jump out and cover up the puck. Instead kept onside by Lincoln. Hendricks spins at the left point. He'll walk the line far side. Tries a wrister through the traffic. It's patted away by Dybel to the near wall. Pedersen trying to go back toward the point. Jensen battles with him. Pelletier takes over. Tries to get it through the legs of the defense. He could not. Now Hendricks back toward his own blue line. Harrington up ice off the stick of Loomer. Poked away from him to Harrington. Chips up to the blue line. Fandel disrupts. And we get offsides called on the Stars. It was tipped away from Fandel, but the Stars were guilty of offsides in the effect there. 17:51 left of the second. Still scoreless between Lincoln and Tri-City. It'll be a face-off in the neutral zone right next to the Lincoln penalty box on the far side of the ice. Stars controlling the draw. Brief tie-up, though. Anderson backhands it up in the air, but that puck gloved down by Hamilton to himself. Up for Leyland. Gains the blue line. Pace tries a shot. Cannot get it through a few bodies. Down in some pain right in front of the Lincoln net. Dylan Nolan, as we get a whistle, as he was right next to the near post. Grabbing his face right now. Checking for blood, but it does not appear a penalty is coming. 13-9, the shots on goal in favor of the Stars right now. It'll be a neutral zone face-off after all of that, and looks like Nolan is going to remain on the ice. At least for right now, he's trying to chat with Paterka near side. Now Nolan is going to apparently jump off, and Lincoln Yelm will take his spot. Third line on the ice partially for the Tri-City Storm. Easton Pace and Ilya Morozov, but Yelm jumps in Nolan's spot. Face-off controlled by the Storm. They attack left to right. Leyland chips it in behind Shostak. Both Leyland has gotten a lot of ice time here tonight. Mentioned both Ryland Bonkowski and Sean McEwen out of the lineup. Not noted as injured, so I would imagine they might be able to play tomorrow night in the home finale for the Storm. Potentially their final home game overall this season, as they know one way or another they're going to be on the road for the first round beginning on Monday. This puck is tipped out of play and into the Tri-City bench out of play. 17:04 to go, second period here from the ice box. 13-9, the shots on goal in favor of the Stars. Drop the puck here in front of the Tri-City bench. Controlled by the Stars. Weber over toward Rombach, gliding up ice. Jacob Rombach, a plus 28, ninth best in the USHL. Gets the puck back right in front of the net. It hit off of the body of Noah Ziski. Came right down in front of his skates. Rombach stuck with the play, but missed the cage on the backhander. Springer to Nolan. Chipped off of the wall near side. Nolan works it in behind the Stars cage, but Rombach boots it the other way. Jans trying to spring it ahead for Marketitis, instead broken back up toward Weber. Rombach up the near side of the ice, chip back over the blue line behind the Storm. Bouncing again to Ethan Weber, this time enters the zone himself. Drop pass to Jans. Jans. Now Harrington, wrister a little bit high. He missed the cage, comes all the way out toward the neutral zone, and here's a breakaway. Cooper Simpson all alone, dangles and scores. Cooper Simpson, for the 4th straight game, has scored. And Tri-City leads 1-0 as that goal comes 3 minutes and 53 seconds into period number 2. Harrington's shot missed the net. The Stars were converging on the Tri-City cage, and that left Cooper Simpson all alone as he picked up the puck just in front of the red line, glided north, and scores on the backhand past Jan Shostak. What a start to the season for Cooper Simpson. There was a phenomenal article about him in the Minnesota Hockey Magazine today by Jordan McAlpine, detailing his red-hot start. Make that goals in 6 of his first 8 games that he has played with Tri-City after the conclusion of his high school season. Now the Stars trailing 1-0. 3rd straight game that they've given up. The first tally of the night. They did it both times last weekend in Madison. Back to work. They send the top line onto the ice. Won both of those games. As here's a shot through the traffic side of the net. It's over the line and in. That play was never whistled dead, and the Stars have tied it up. Much to the chagrin of the Storm, Blinken has evened it right back up less than a minute after Simpson's tally. Oliver leads the flyby back to the bench. And it's a 1-1 game. Looking at where this puck went, that went just past the left skate of Dybel toward the near post, and able to be tipped in at the last moment by Oliver. Peterkin and Kornock will head to the box to review. There was never a whistle for that play to be dead. The Storm arguing it should have been. And the officials, without hesitation, going over to the table far side to take a look. Most important thing is that they call on the ice was a goal. Crowd is seeing a ton of angles, and they like what they've seen, but there will be a boo with the announcement of the review taking place. Oliver, side of the net, tipped it in. Malte went tumbling into the side of the net to try and get a bird's eye view if he needed to whack away at it. Malte was down and in the crease face first when that puck crossed the line. Pretty much everyone on the north zone and in section AA had a great view. You could see them all vehemently signaling goal as soon as it crossed over the line. I believe it was Peterkin who was set up right behind the net. He was vociferously signaling goal. He had a great view as well. Got behind the play, saw it, and he did give that a goal call immediately. Crowd will be pretty upset if this gets reversed. At least this season at home. Sometimes on the road it's a little different, but at least this season at home, for the most part, a call on the ice has stood. Rarely have they been overturned unless it has been just extremely obvious upon review. There have not been many times we've had a review where I think even the hardest supporter of the Stars would argue that based on the review that they got the calls wrong once they went to the video. We'll await that right now. Christopher Peterkin and Sean Kornock, tonight's referees, reviewing things in the penalty box on the far side. Cooper Simpson scored earlier to put the Storm on the board first with a breakaway tally at the 3:53 mark, but the Stars have apparently responded. But we await the decision here. On a separate note, stick taps to former Stars billet parent Eric Reese, just getting word from him that Stars alum Cameron Whitehead making his first professional start tonight for the Henderson Silver Knights. As meanwhile, more good news. Peterkin and Kornock emerge from the box, and it is ruled a good goal. So another one for Dashiell Oliver, his 26th of the season. And he ties this game up. Dashiell Oliver with 3 goals in his last 2 games stays red hot. And the Stars have evened this game right back up. Here's Malte, near board side. Same line remains on the ice, looking to take the lead. Picard tries to set it up from behind the net and off the back side of the cage. Controlled by the Storm on the far side. And brought up ice. Into the neutral zone goes Mason Jensen. Chips it over toward the near corner. Jack Picard is there for Lincoln. Picard around the back side of the net, looks up toward Lassard. Chipped right back in by Jemson. Here's Griffin Brown. Cross ice looking for Picard. Missed his target. This caroms all the way back to the Tri-City end and is icing. 15:05, beg your pardon, to go here in this second period. A 1-1 game now between the Stars and the Storm. Right back where we started, thanks to the efforts of Picard on the doorstep. Ilya Morozov to take the draw. Wins it, top of the left circle. Bouncing over toward Colby Volk. Wrists this side of the cage. And off of the glass behind the cage now comes toward Morozov. Switches direction over to the near corner. Morozov looking for pace. He could not kick that puck to keep it onside. And it bounces all the way back toward the Storm end. Ziski, near corner. Here he comes up ice. Noah Ziski gliding north. 19 games played with Fargo over the previous 3 seasons. Now with the Storm this campaign. Hendricks takes over for the Stars. Pushed toward the wall by Morozov, trying to stave him off. Vanessa's far side. Weber up ice off the skate to Pelletier. One touched over toward Anderson. Back to Pelletier. He's pinwheeled away by Fandel. Hendricks pinching way deep in the play, lost his footing. The Storm breakout far side. Nolan tried to jump around Darian Anderson, could not. Alex Pelletier, 16 goals for him on the season. He's over the blue line. Drop pass, Anderson, wrister. He scores! Darian Anderson, Lincoln is in the lead. That's a beautiful setup from Pelletier for Anderson and a better shot. 2 quick strikes from the Stars after Simpson opened the scoring for Tri-City. It's Darian Anderson lighting the lamp with his 5th goal of the season for Lincoln. 14:04 to go here in the second. Anderson is one of the extra skaters here tonight for the Stars. Him and Michael Sandrick. He gets an opportunity and strikes on that chance. Another face-off win for Lincoln. Egan gets it, trying to get over the blue line. Lost the puck shortly after. Behind the net, rolls to the near corner. Bloomer up to center ice, picked off by Lassard. He looks north, finds Schlane. Schlane looking ahead. Egan tries a shot. He's partially impeded on the way. Fans wanted a penalty. Ward did a good job there. Lost his stick, but pushed away Egan, preventing a shot. Now Yelm, wrister, near side. Save made by Shostad. A tangle up in front of the Lincoln net. Yelm and Rombach grabbing a piece of each other. That'll add to the excitement for the crowd. A 2-1 Stars lead. Goals from Dashiell Oliver and Darian Anderson. 13:39 to go in the second. 2-1 Stars, as the intensity has certainly ramped up here in the second. We'll step aside for a 60-second timeout. Be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned here on 93.7 The Ticket and Flow Hockey.